Welcome back to my channel. Greetings everyone. This is Q, man. Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome back to my channel. And guys, one thing I love about living here in the DR, guys, is very inexpensive to eat out. You can have breakfast for 200 pesos. You can have lunch for 300 pesos. You can have dinner anywhere from 500 pesos, 1,000 pesos, 1,500 pesos, depending on how extravagant you want to be. So guys, just to let you know how to convert pesos to dollars, whatever number I give you in pesos, divide that by 58, and that'll give you how much US dollars it is. So guys, these are the beans I'm making tonight. They're basically red beans, guys, but you can use this cooking method to make any type of bean, guys. Any type of beans. These are the beans here. Last night I soaked them in water, guys, and all that does is it softens them up a little bit so that you don't have to cook them for 8 hours, okay? That's all it does. Now guys, you don't have to have every ingredient I have, and I don't measure anything, so I'm not going to give you any measurements, guys, but I'm going to use half of this green bell pepper. I'm going to use all of these peppers because they're small, and I'm going to use this onion. Guys, I thought this was celery, but it's not celery. I forgot what it is. I've cooked with it before, but I just can't remember the name of it, guys. I also have some chicken stock, guys. You can use chicken stock if you're using chicken, or use beef stock if you are using beef stock, okay? I mean beef. Also, guys, in the sink there, I have some chicken parts that were frozen. I'm letting some cold water run on them, guys, so that they can defrost, guys. And we're gonna start on cutting up these vegetables. So guys, I'm not gonna show you every vegetable I'm gonna cut up, but what I'm gonna do here, guys, is I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I prepare my food. So this is the onion, guys. I'm gonna make one slice like that. I'm gonna make several slices straight down, guys. Keep your fingers out the way. And from there, guys, we're just gonna go bam, 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 bam. Okay, guys, have you ever seen anyone cut an onion like that? I would guess not. I would guess you have not ever seen that. First time for everything, right? So let's do that again. Now, keep in mind, guys, off camera, before I turned it on, I cleaned all my vegetables, guys, okay? So I'm gonna show you this again. Depending on what size you want your onions to be, make one slice or two slices. And then come down here. Now, guys, as you can see, I need to sharpen my knives. But I left all my cooking utensils in the United States. I came here. I haven't purchased a whole lot. But guys, this is what we're working with, okay? So guys, right now, I'm gonna walk away from I'm gonna turn the camera off. I'm gonna cut the rest of these vegetables up. And y'all don't wanna see me do that, guys, so I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, guys, I've just sliced up this orange bell pepper. And once again, keeping my fingers out the way, okay? We're gonna go ahead and chop that up. Move those on out the way. And once again, guys, the first time I made my beans, guys, all I used was onion and celery, guys. Guys, you can use whatever you want. All you're gonna do is get more flavor, okay? You're gonna get more flavor when you add more than just basic stuff, okay? So I'm gonna keep cutting these vegetables. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the red pepper. Notice, guys, I have my knife kind of on an angle away from my fingers, just in case something happens. Now, this is called the claw method. This is to keep your fingers from getting in there, but I don't always do it perfectly. But what's actually supposed to happen, the back of your knuckles is supposed to be up against the knife, which actually keeps you from cutting yourself, guys. That's something that I learned in culinary school, guys. I am not a chef, but I did go to culinary school, guys. I was in between wives. I was tired of eating out. I'm the youngest of my family, so I didn't pay attention. All my brothers and sisters could cook. I could not. So the VA paid for me to go to culinary school, and I went, okay? I went, guys, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Now, I did not graduate, guys. I stayed in culinary school until I learned all the theory. I didn't know the difference between a tablespoon and a teaspoon. I didn't understand any of that stuff, guys. But I stayed in culinary school and until I was comfortable enough to cook. Also, guys, culinary school was very, very tough for me because of my anxiety and PTSD. So, guys, it was tough, man. My chef instructor, she was worse than Chef Ramsay. Now, she was good. I learned a lot from her, but she had me so stressed out that I was there. I did everything she said, but guys, every day after I left her class, I had to stop at the grocery store and I had to purchase everything that we cooked in class, and I had to recook it at my speed without the stress, without somebody hollering and screaming at me, because guys, I just can't handle it. I cannot handle stress, guys. I can't handle it. That's one of the reasons I left the United States. I don't want to deal with no traffic. I don't want to deal with nothing, guys. I do not want to deal with anything. So, guys, as I was saying, culinary school was tough, guys, because of my condition. But, guys, I got out of there what I need. And, guys, in no time at all, man, I was making Thanksgiving dinner, the whole dinner, the turkey, the dressing, real live, fresh, homemade cranberry sauce, guys. I can do all that. I can do all that, guys. I'm telling you. I can do all that. Yes, I can. I had some really nice knife sets in the United States, guys. I left all that. When I left the United States, guys, all I brought was 2 suitcases with me, guys. I left everything. Guys, I have thousands of dollars worth of cooking utensils that I invest in that help me with my culinary journey, guys. And I left all that stuff. And you know what, guys? I have no intentions of buying most of that stuff again. I'm just going to use what I have. And guys, as you see, guys, for some beans, man, this is going to be a lot of vegetables, okay? But I'm telling you, it adds flavor. But you don't have to use this many. But if you have them, add them in there. There's no rules. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to dice up this last pepper, half of it, since it's so big. Since it's so big, guys, I'm going to go on and dice this up. And guys, once again, there's no rules about how big or how small you dice your vegetables, but I try to dice them up so that they're about the same size as my beans or smaller. You don't want any of your vegetables larger than your beans, but if they are, guys, who cares? Who's not going to like your food? Who's not going to eat your food because your bell pepper pieces are bigger than your beans? Answer me that. Okay, guys, I just cut up all my vegetables. I'm going to clean up my workstation, and I'll be back, and then we're going to go on to the next step, okay? Okay, guys, I don't know if you can see this, guys, but here I have chicken, guys. Drumsticks, I have about 7 or so. Guys, you can use any type of chicken parts you want. I've used chicken wings, I've used breast, but I prefer using something with a bone in it, guys. And the window is kind of open and blowing. So, guys, I meant to chop up some garlic, but I didn't, and I'm not gonna go back. So, guys, there are no rules on the seasoning, guys. I've got garlic, I've got onions, I got paprika, I got black pepper, I have Lorry's, and I have onion. So, guys, I'm gonna just hit this with a little bit of all of it. And the guys, the reason why I have on gloves, guys, when I mess with chicken especially, man, the blood and the bacteria on chicken is like, it's bad, man, it's nasty. It can make you sick. And you can transfer that contamination on to other things, other surfaces. So guys, if you're not wearing gloves and you're messing with chicken and you're touching stuff like that, make sure you wipe that stuff down, man, because that chicken blood and stuff, man, and the bacteria in the raw chicken, it can really make you sick, all right? It can make you sick. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this all mixed in, guys. Now, you're gonna ask, what is he gonna do with that chicken? So guys, what I'm gonna do is the pot that I'm gonna cook my beans in, I'm gonna sear this chicken on all sides. I'm gonna brown it on all sides as much as I can without burning it. And then that oil that remains, the fat, that's what I'm gonna use to saute my vegetables in, okay? But now, what I really want to happen with this chicken, I want the flavor from the chicken, I want some of it to be burnt in the bottom of the pan, in the pot. That's flavor. Because when we saute those vegetables until they're translucent, we're gonna scrape all that up, okay? And we're gonna capture that flavor, all right? So guys, in a minute, we're gonna move from here to the stove after I close up here, wipe everything down, put my seasoning up. We're gonna move to the stove, guys, and we're gonna go to the first steps of cooking. Okay, guys, real quick, I just want to show you guys my kitchen. So I just came back from picking some things up at the store. But this is my little kitchen, guys. It's small, and as you see, I don't have a lot of counter space. So I went out and I bought this, guys. It gives me a lot of space to store pots. I got my cutting board there, guys, and it works out really good. So as you see, I only have a stove top. It didn't come with an oven. So guys, I went out and I bought this thing here, guys. If you live somewhere and you don't have access to an oven, guys, this is a Hamilton Beach rotisserie oven, guys. It's the best. I live by it. I love it. And I don't own a microwave. I either own, I warm stuff up either in the oven or on the stove top. Okay, guys, so we're about to go on to the next phase. Okay, guys, for this next phase, guys, we're gonna do the step I previously explained. So of course, you're gonna need a saucepan or a pot big enough to handle everything you're doing, okay? You're gonna need a pan big enough for that. So I believe that this pan is big enough for all that. So guys, I only cook with natural oils. Today I'm using peanut oil. The other oil that I use regular is olive oil. And guys, we are not frying this chicken. We're searing it. So, in addition to putting enough oil in there to sear the chicken, you're gonna have to have enough oil in there to sear the vegetables after they're done. So, I'm gonna let that get hot, and we'll be back. So ladies and gentlemen, the oil is actually hot because I can hear it popping. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I can hear it popping. That's a sign that your pan is ready for your meat, guys. That's a sign that your pan is ready for the meat. So guys, once again, guys, all I'm going to do is sear this on all sides. I'm in no hurry. It's going to take however long it takes. In the meantime, I'm going to clean everything I'm not using, and we'll be back. Okay, everyone, I hope you see me here. I have a calendar here, and all I'm going to do is these beans that I soaked, guys, I'm going to rinse them off. And you see in there, it's dirt in there and everything, guys. So that's what comes off your beans, is dirt. You may have some rocks in there. So what you want to do is just rinse them off, pull out any rocks or anything that's ugly that you don't want in your food, guys, okay? Okay, now, so guys, tap water here isn't drinkable, but you can clean with it. You can't cook with it, but you can clean with it. So after I make sure there's nothing in here that I don't want with this tap water, I'm going to go ahead and just pour a little water in here, fresh water out the bottle, just to make sure everything gets rinsed off. And in the meantime, I'm going to check on my chicken there, see what's going on with it. Well, I don't want to turn it over yet. I'm going to let it get just a bit more color. Now, I'm not worried about it cooking because, guys, even hot grease, guys, chicken takes a long time to cook, and it's not even hardly enough oil in there for it to fry how I want it to. So guys, as I previously mentioned, now I'm going to pull the drinking water on here just to make sure that it's not too much of the tap water trapped in there that will give me an upset stomach or make me sick. I don't think it will. I don't think it will, because you can brush your teeth with the water here, and if you accidentally swallow a little bit, you're not going to get sick. A little bit goes down your throat. Okay. So guys, I don't know if you can actually see inside this pan good, but yeah, I'm gonna start turning the chicken over, and as you can see, there is some burnt marks being left in the pan, and that's flavor, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what we want to see, guys. We want to see that, okay? We want to see that, guys, because all we're doing is searing this chicken, guys. Searing it, putting some color on it, and then we're going to take it on out of there, guys. That's all we're going to do. Sear it a little bit, get some color on it. We'll be back. Also, guys, I wanted to just remind everyone that you didn't see me use any salt, guys. There's nothing wrong with salt, but I just want you to remember that all those ingredients I use has sodium in them. So if you use a whole lot of ingredients that has sodium in them and then use some salt, guys, your food is going to be tasting real salty to not only you, but it's going to be salty to everyone who eats it, okay? So be careful with salt, okay? Be careful with salt. And I definitely, when I cook with salt, I cook with it. But once food is done, I don't shake any salt on my food unless I cook potatoes. When you fry potatoes, guys, do not season them until they're fresh out the grease, because that's why McDonald's do it. That's how McDonald's do it, and they do it for a reason. Okay, guys? All right. Okay, everyone. I think the chicken is seared up pretty good. And I'm not sure if you guys can see in the bottom of the pan, but as promised, we got some burnt marks in there. It's not burnt, but it's kind of dark. And that was kind of hard to achieve, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a new non-stick pan. So that's kind of hard to achieve. So guys, we got our vegetables in there, and we're not going to cook them all the way. All we really want to do is get them translucent. That means once they start to shine, ladies and gentlemen, once they start to shine, they are good to go. And even though most of my flavor that's in that pot is going to come from the chicken, I'm going to put this on there, guys. And this is for seasoning my vegetables. I'm going to use this. You don't have to use that, but just you can use seasoning salt or whatever you're using already. Just put a little bit in there of that in there. Also, guys, if I had chopped up some garlic, what I would do is, once my vegetables are what they call translucent, they're shiny, what I would do is open up a little hole here, put my chopped garlic in there, cook it around in there like that for about 1 minute, and then I would spread it around and cook it for another minute. And guys, that just adds another layer of flavor. But since I didn't have any, well, I have some garlic. I forgot to take it out and chop it up. So guys, we're gonna let that go for just a little bit longer. One other thing I want to share with you guys, once I put the beans in there, guys, I'm gonna put this in there. I love that. I love this here, guys. Creole seasoning. Creole seasoning, guys. I put that in there once I put the beans in there, okay? Stand by. So ladies and gentlemen, I just turned up the heat a little bit, and I'm going to start adding in my chicken stock. So guys, I had half of these, one of these already in the refrigerator, so I'm using that. And I have another one here. I'm just going to put a little bit in there right now, just until I put my beans in there, just to see how it works out. And guys, I forgot one step, okay? Guys, if you want to thicken up your juice a little bit, your gravy, what you want to do is, after your vegetables are translucent, you want to get a tablespoon of flour. You want to put it in there and mix it up real good and cook it for like 1 hour. Cook it for like 1 minute until it's all mixed in. That way, when it cooks, it'll thicken up. But I forgot to do it. I wasn't thinking. Sometimes I forget, and it doesn't cause a big deal. It's going to still thicken up. Okay, now guys, I'm going to get everything well combined, okay? I'm going to get everything well combined. And you can see how beautiful that is in terms of all the colors: orange, red, green, white, and then you got the beans. Also guys, be careful with how much fluid you put in there, because vegetables are like 70–80% water. So water is going to come from your vegetables, and some is going to deteriorate. So guys, what I'm going to do is, once this almost comes up to like a boil, I'm going to, now notice I only put enough fluid in there to cover the beans, guys. It's barely covering the beans, guys. That's all you need. Reason why I'm doing that is this: once I put this chicken here, guys, it's just gonna sit on top. All it's gonna do is gonna sit on top. And guys, it's gonna continue cooking from right there. It's not gonna be all soggy and wet, but it's gonna cook so beautifully, guys. And once again, I have used every part of the chicken except the chicken breast to do this. So guys, all I'm gonna do is once this comes up to a boil, I'm gonna put the top on it, which is gonna help it come to a boil, a light boil. Then I'm gonna move it to this smaller eye. I'm gonna turn it on the lowest heat. I'm just gonna let it go, guys. And I'm gonna let it go for 3, 4, 5 hours, guys. Every so often, I'm gonna taste it after about 3 hours. I'm gonna look in there just to make sure that the pot, all the oil isn't, all the liquid hasn't burnt out. Sometimes I may have to add a little bit, sometimes I don't. But you just wanna check in on it. Don't go stirring and messing with it. Just eye it, look in there, make sure it's enough fluid in there that it's not burning. And that's why you want to move it to a smaller eye, put it on all the way low, and let it go 3, 4 hours, okay? So guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to wash those few dishes I have left, guys. And notice, guys, I don't have much over there, because as I go, I'm cleaning, wiping down, putting stuff out the way, getting it out the way, getting ready for my next step, okay? So guys, that's the way I like to do it. That is the way I like to do it. Organization is the key. So guys, I can see a slight boil in there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this eye on completely low. I'm going to move it to there, turn that one off. Make sure it's centered. And guys, like I said, I'm just going to let that go for anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, guys. Every so often, I'm going to taste a couple of beans just to see if they're soft enough. You know what? I forgot one more thing. I prefer fresh parsley. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't have any fresh parsley. Sometimes I can find it, sometimes I don't. So what I like to do, I just like to sprinkle a little parsley in there. Okay? And guys, what's nice about that chicken, guys, how it's going to cook from the steam, it's going to be so soft that it's going to be falling off the bone. And if you want, you can just take the chicken, take a fork and scrape all the meat off the bone down into your beans, mix it up, and in addition to having beans, you got beans and chicken, which is a meal by itself, guys, okay? So guys, I'll holler at y'all later. Okay guys, I'm back. This is basically the end of the video, guys. I really have some other things I have to go do. I have to take the camera, I have to take the disc. So by the time I do everything, I won't be able to show you the end of the video. Guys, everyone knows what beans look like, guys. All you gotta do is after a few hours, taste them, make sure your fire's on low, taste them, make sure there's water in there, fluid in there, guys. It just taste them every so often to make sure your beans are soft. Once they're soft enough to your liking, guys, your beans are done, ready to be served. So guys, once again, I apologize for not being able to show you the end product, guys, but it's just beans. So please like the video, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, if I've earned your right. And for those of you who didn't know I cooked, how surprised are you? Okay guys, thanks a lot, looking forward to your feedback. Later.